Beloved Saints, today's 5-minute message of redemptive history is about the Breastpiece of Judgment, a garment of the High Priest, Part 1, from the 6th book of Redemptive History series, The Eternal High Priest of the Covenantal Oath. Exodus 28 verse 15 states, "Fashion a breastpiece for making decisions, the work of skilled hands. Make it like the ephod of gold and of blue, purple, and scarlet yarn, and of finely twisted linen." The breastpiece, as is evident from its name, was worn on the chest on top of the ephod. It was so splendid, magnificent, and mysterious that its appearance was quite conspicuous. The following are characteristics of the breastpiece. First, 12 precious stones representing the 12 tribes lay on the outer layer of the breastpiece, and the Urim and Thummim were in the space between the outer and the inner layer. The Urim and Thummim were used to inquire regarding the will of God before a decision was made on a national issue. It was a tool used to entrust all decision-making powers to God. The breastpiece was also called the Breastpiece of Judgment because the Urim and Thummim were kept inside a pouch of the breastpiece. Second, 4 rows of 3 stones were mounted on the perfectly square breastplate. Each stone was set in gold filigree, and the names of the 12 tribes of Israel were engraved on the 12 stones. The 12 stones for 12 tribes symbolize the entire Israel. No records exist of the order in which the names of the 12 tribes were engraved on the 12 stones, but they were probably written in the order in which God commanded the Israelites to march in the wilderness. Each name of the 12 tribes were engraved on each of the 12 stones like engravings of a seal. The high priest was to enter the holy place with these 12 engraved stones attached to his chest. In such a way, the ministry of the priest was never for himself. It was the intercessory work of bearing the sins of the people before God. Third, the breastpiece with the 12 stones were tied to gold rings and attached to the gold filigree on the shoulder pieces with the onyx stones. It was also tied to the high priest's waistband. A total of 6 gold rings were connected to the high priest's garment. 4 rings were at each of the 4 edges of the breastpiece, and 2 were on either side of the band of the ephod. Of the gold rings on the 4 edges of the breastpiece, the 2 rings at the top were connected to the shoulder pieces, and the 2 lower rings were connected to the band of the ephod. The upper part of the breastpiece and the shoulder pieces were connected with gold chains, and the lower part of the breastpiece was connected to the band of the ephod with a blue cord. Beloved Saints, as we have just observed, the ephod, breastpiece, and shoulder pieces were attached together with gold rings, the blue cord, and gold chains so that they became one harmonious garment. This reveals the duty of Jesus Christ, the eternal high priest. Jesus Christ took all the sins and infirmities of mankind upon his 2 shoulders and bore them. Jesus is truly eternally unchanging and is the golden chain of God's love that no one can break. He is heaven's blue cord of life and knows no death forever. Today, let us entrust our weaknesses on him and be amazed by his love that leads us to eternal life. I bless in the name of the Lord.